Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Today is June 24th, 2022. We are halfway through um, the year already. I can't believe it. And as I sit here today, interest rates are at 6%. They've doubled since the first of the year. They were around just under 3% the first of the year. So we're going through some major changes in the local real estate market. We're seeing a pretty substantial adjustment, I guess. In my opinion, I think we're going to get into more pre-pandemic levels. The last 2 years, it was just nuts, and I think we all knew that that market could not sustain itself. The interest rate hike is obviously the Fed's attempt to decrease buyer demand and increase inventory. It still remains to be seen as to whether or not this is going to work. Who knows? It is what it is. And unfortunately, what it's done, they've raised rates so fast, it's created a lot of fear in my local market. And I wrote these notes down. Whenever there's massive change, change leads to uncertainty. Uncertainty leads to fear, and fear leads to paralysis. Let me say that again. Whenever there's massive change, change leads to uncertainty. Uncertainty leads to fear, and fear leads to paralysis. So we're in this kind of weird spot of the market where people are just, I guess they're paralyzed. They're just kind of taking a step back and they're scared and wondering, is this the housing crash? Are we in a bubble? What's going to happen? It reminds me a little bit of when COVID first hit in 2020. We'll call it, it was right around mid-March, April 1st, somewhere in there. We had about a 6 to 8 week kind of a stop or standstill in the real estate market. And I go back to that month of April, and I'll never forget. I worked with a physician, and that physician really educated me on just pandemics in general. And his opinion at that time was it'll be about a 2-year cycle, and we'll cycle out of this. But during all of that, he maintained a level head and saw opportunity in the marketplace. And during that month of April, he secured a property for about $400,000 under asking price. I think it was about a $1.8 million property he got for about 1.4, if I remember correctly. And I'll never forget this. And I consider myself lucky to have the opportunity to learn and be around some of these just well-educated individuals like this gentleman. And he just maintained a level head, and he knew that there was opportunity in uncertain times. And it kind of brings me to today. He's got a property that's probably worth over $2 million. And I think that in my experience in the last almost 25 years in this business, those that have reaped the biggest benefits or made the most money have jumped on opportunity during uncertain times. So right now we're in uncertain times. Nobody knows what the future of the real estate market is. I know a lot of agents are sitting back telling you, giving you statistics and data on history and how in this particular cycle we're not going to crash, so on and so forth. Nobody knows that. I think some of that is true. I think we're still going to be in a very low supply, high demand market over the next 12 months. Frankly, I think this might backfire as far as raising interest rates, because anybody that's bought a home in the last 10 years probably won't make a move unless they have to, because they've got an interest rate lower than where we're at today. So I think it might bottle up inventory even more. But my point of this video is to tell you that there's always opportunity in every market. And I think in this market, there's going to be some tremendous opportunity for buyers to take advantage of the uncertainty and the fear that's happening in the local market. So if you're thinking of buying or selling, feel free to reach out to me. I'm having some conversations with sellers right now. I met with one earlier this week that it was a rental property they had. The renters had just moved out and they're considering selling. And I told them to wait. I said, I think that you'll have a better opportunity next spring. I think rent it for another year. I think there's too much fear in the marketplace. And I think that if you just take a step back, rent it for a year and wait, I think you'll make more money in a year. That was my opinion of that particular individual's situation. And, everybody's different. Each situation is different. Every property is different. There's still very high demand for certain types of properties, and there's still some great opportunities for sellers to capitalize on that high demand. So if I can help in any way and just give you some guidance as to what's happening in the local market, please feel free to reach out. Hope you have a great day and enjoy the rest of your summer.